Rated teen.
Hi guys, I'm Peter and I'm the game director on Dreadnought.
Hey, I'm Tim and I'm a game designer on Dreadnought.
Dreadnought is an upcoming free-to-play aerial armada action game that focuses on capital spaceship battles. Each spaceship actually is fully customizable, has different ability modules, different officers and different weapon sets. Each class has a very specific playstyle and can then be customized towards your preferences. Today we're going to play a match of Team Elimination, which is our new and upcoming game mode.
In Team Elimination, each of the captains has only one life. Once they go down with a capital ship, they can switch into a fighter jet and support their team this way. So we will see that later, I guess.
Yeah. We're now in the orbit actually discussing strategies, so we are going for a pretty aggressive strategy here.
Yes.
So we're choosing 3 corvette ships, and the idea is to actually hit the enemy hard, sneak in and flank him to the right, and then basically take out the tactical cruisers and artillery cruisers that usually linger behind the fleet, and let our Dreadnought and artillery cruiser take care of their heavier ships.
So you can see that we are trying to play out the strength of our classes here, go in fast and take the long routes around the enemy team. We're trying to stay low so they don't see us and don't call out the strategy to the rest of their team.
Aino is moving pretty fast ahead, so he's in the light corvette, and Tim is directly in front of me, also equipped with a warp blink. My loadout is actually a bit more sneaky, so I have the medium cloak as my primary ability. I'll linger back, like hold back a bit, let the others actually draw the attention towards them and then hit them hard.
Yeah, the warp ability gives me the opportunity to go in really quickly. As you can see, I'm further ahead and trying to draw the fire on me on the right side. So I can start attacking their tactical cruiser there, and then he goes down already. So that's a good start for a Team Elimination match.
Nice hit, definitely. But we took also a lot of damage, so I'm now focusing on the other artillery cruiser, and I didn't see that tactical nuclear mine actually sitting there. So it detonated and took out all 3 of us.
And that was a good trade for the sniper, for the artillery cruiser. He went down, but he took 3 of our guys. So as you can see, Peter is jumping back into the game as a fighter jet with Aino and me in front of him. So one good thing about dying at the same time is that now we can really team up as fighter jets and coordinate well. You can see that there's quickly a target called out with a fist, and it's Alex. So the 3 of us focus on him, draw the fire on him, and...
So light corvette doesn't take too much damage, but it's usually pretty quick. In this case, he gets stuck between the 3 of us, and we are all focusing our fire on him at the same time. And Alex goes down.
And here you can see, even though we lost our captive ship, there's still something useful we can do, as long as we coordinate as a team.
Damage, yeah.
So quickly the next target is called out.
Again, we're focusing on the smaller and ships with less health, so letting the Dreadnought slide, but focusing on the artillery cruiser.
He knows his way. He has the anti-missile laser catching our missiles, which is already a big chunk of damage he would have taken there.
But in the upper right, you can see that all 3 fighters, Aino, Tim and I, are all actually like focusing in on Nathan in the artillery cruiser, and if we all focus our fire, actually it is a lot of damage that we can dish out at the same time.
I think that was a really good first run for our fighter armada here.
There's a fighter jet behind me and I'm going down.
Yeah, he saw that, and that was the revenge for us.
But that gives us a really nice view of our heavy Dreadnought equipped with fighter launching base, an ability that we haven't talked about yet a lot, and that we'll hopefully get the chance to actually talk about more in the future.
So you see the enemy Dreadnought lingering there, actually waiting for us to be taken out. Too late.
So our Dreadnought went down. We couldn't turn it around, although we handled ourselves pretty well with the fighter jets. But first round over, and actually we lost this round.
I think this is a good opportunity to switch our gears a bit. I'd really like to go a bit more defensive this time, since we were really aggressive in the first round.
Yeah, more firepower, more standing power, and
3 Dreadnoughts.
3 Dreadnoughts.
What else do you have to say?
So 3 Dreadnoughts, 1 tactical cruiser to keep us up and running. Really nice formation that we chose here. So the tactical cruiser is kind of nested between the 3 Dreadnoughts, taking us as mobile cover. And on top of that we have an artillery cruiser that's holding back a bit, giving us firepower.
Oh, and already the first enemy showing his ship. It's a light scout. It's probably just pointing out us as targets to his team, so they know what's going on, and he's gone already. But
really,
as you can
really
see,
nice.
you can see, we used the opportunity to dish out a few rockets there.
So
2
Tim is shooting
swarms of-
rockets, I'm using rockets, so there's a massive amount of giant rockets going over there hunting the corvette. And if he doesn't actually have rocket defense or dodges behind cover, that's gonna
It will definitely keep him occupied
keep him
for
busy
a bit.
for a while, definitely. Yeah. So, idea is to actually flank the enemy to the left. So keep formation and figure out who's over there. You can see that on the minimap on the upper right, there's a tactical cruiser, and I think to the left there was a destroyer coming up, another tactical cruiser.
Yeah, as soon
sure.
as the enemy fires his weapons, he gets revealed on our radar. So that's also a strategic question when to fire at what, if you want to keep low profile.
Yeah. Destroyer to the lower left. First, it seems like we are deciding to go for that one, but then starting to unload on the tactical cruiser, and there's a light Dreadnought actually moving in, pushing aggressively against our artillery
He's
cruiser.
pulling our attention really well. You can see
Yeah.
how we shifted our focus from the destroyer on the left side to the light Dreadnought here. There's a lot of rockets coming in for him. He's a lot of damage dished out at this very short time.
But you can see there's 2 green beams, so there's 2 tactical cruisers actually supporting the light Dreadnought, which makes it almost impossible for us to shoot him down. And the enemy's team tactic really paid off. We are all focusing on our fire on the light Dreadnought here, but we are unable to actually take him down because he's being supported by a heavy tactical cruiser and a medium tactical cruiser at the same time. So shifting attention, trying to either destroy the tactical cruiser or at least push him behind cover, so breaking line of sight to the light Dreadnought.
Even though we were so well structured at the beginning, you can see that just the situation drew us apart and kind of took away the strength of our setup. So you can see that everyone is scattered around looking for a good target to attack, and the situation Peter uses to just blink away and just cool down a bit and see what's actually going on here.
Yeah, I was going for Nathan, but Nathan already dodged, putting the energy to the engines, getting into the fight. Actually have the option here to dish out a bit of damage while he's dodging behind the rock formation. And yeah, here you can see the fight is actually focusing on the other side. There's our fighter jets, and they are in a really nice formation to attack us here. We have to regroup and actually refocus our efforts to take out the enemy team. Again, light Dreadnought, still alive, still with the tactical cruiser here, using the broadside and missiles. So, but we have our heavy Dreadnoughts should actually all be there. So if we all focus our efforts onto him.
But there goes our tactical cruiser. So now we are 3 Dreadnoughts, no tactical cruiser, so only damage, no repair. So this is going to be tricky.
So
they are still set
all
up with 2 tactical cruisers, so we have to get them down at some point. There's no other way.
Yeah. But now all the Dreadnoughts are focusing on Peter, and we actually managed to take him down. The tactical cruisers over there, below that is a destroyer, so I decide to jump in and focus on the tactical cruiser first. That seems to be going pretty okay, since the other tactical cruiser is currently distracted. Oh no, he's actually supporting him.
Here you see how our heavy Dreadnought over there pulls a lot of attention from the enemy team, which gives you the opportunity to deal some damage to the tactical cruiser.
Corvette whizzing by, but my shields go up, so I blocked the worst damage from that Corvette. And my rockets actually do nice damage, and the broadside on top of that with the secondary weapon that is designed to do a lot of damage at short to medium range. So the tactical cruiser goes down.
I think the scout is doing doing a really good job there, whizzing by, keeping low profiles,
distracting the players. Yeah.
Still doing damage.
Yeah,
and
both our heavies actually focused on the tactical cruiser, who was supporting the destroyer here, and he actually was forced to get out of the battle. You can see here that the corvette on the minimap is going to the right, and I'm activating my broadside, actually forcing him to jump again and getting out without doing too much damage.
This gives you the opportunity to take out this destroyer.
Yeah.
Finally.
So destroyer goes down, but we lost our heavy dreadnought as well.
So
now it's down
against the corvette.
Yeah, now it's down to a lot of fighter jets, a corvette, and a heavy dreadnought.
So let's see whose fighters do a better job.
Definitely. So the corvette is actually joining the fight, being a lot quicker than I am. Going towards my direction here, so I pull up my shield since a lot of fighter jets are unloading towards me. I chose to jump, but since I jump, he gets into my range and I have the option to actually activate the broadside, which hit him really hard. I'm far away from the corvette now, but since my fighter jets are around, I can call out the target and let them finish the job. And the corvette goes down and the match is over. So we are finishing this at 1-1. Actually, usually Team Elimination is best of 3, but this would take a little bit too long, and after 2 such good matches, we're gonna finish this session of Team Elimination off.
Yes.
I hope you really liked this. Please leave us your comments so that we can react to it, and we'll show you more of different game modes and different ships and different abilities rather soon.